Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here on Wave Now. I'm Myra, and sorry, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. We are going live to Mayor Greenberg. He is holding a press conference with the CEO of Diamond Baseball Holdings. They're going to make an announcement on the transformation development proposal on the East Main Street at Louisville Slugger Field Stadium Club. Let's listen in.
Early stages. We need to be very clear about that. But Diamond Baseball Holdings is talking about making the biggest investment that downtown Louisville has seen in well over a decade. We're talking about making improvements to our stadium. We're talking about building a new community just here to the east on what is now currently simply a surface parking lot, transforming that into a new community with new residential units, hotel, dining, shopping, retail, and so much more revitalization efforts. We're working right now with Diamond Baseball Holdings on a development agreement to transform that surface parking lot into a new district that will include housing and hospitality, restaurant, retail, offices, and possibly more. This will be a transformational project. A transformational project for the Bats, for the stadium, for downtown Louisville, for all of Louisville and all of Kentucky to keep this great momentum going, to strengthen the connection between New Lou and downtown, between downtown and Butchertown, to begin to connect this stadium with the soccer stadium as one vibrant district with everything that's going on. So again, the details are still coming together. Peter will talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but we anticipate that this investment should be over $250 million. Again, the biggest investment in downtown Louisville in well over a decade. And it'll be a public-private partnership. So while the city currently owns the property, owns the stadium, and owns the parking lot, we're also in the Waterfront Review Overlay District. And so any plans that happen on the parking lot need approval from the Waterfront Development Board, among others. So our partners at Diamond Baseball Holdings and their partner Machete Group are going to be presenting to the Waterfront Development Board on Thursday. That's the next step in their development process. And we'll be talking about all the other approvals and public incentives that are necessary to make this project happen in the days and weeks ahead. We are confident that this project is going to benefit the city and the state. And so again, it's in the early stages. This project will not happen without the support of the city, without the support of the state, in the form of various incentives that we're just now beginning to discuss. So that will happen over the coming months. And if those incentives are not invested, then we'll be going in a different direction, one that we don't want to talk about, but I'm confident that we're going to get there. Diamond Baseball Holdings and Machete Group are also going to soon start reaching out to the public as well to get their feedback, to understand their vision for what this entire neighborhood and downtown is going to be all about. But again, this is a great day for downtown, a great day for the entire city and the entire state, because this project here is about more jobs for Louisville. It's about more housing. It's about more opportunities for Louisville residents. It's more reasons to visit downtown, more opportunities and reasons to live downtown, more reasons to visit downtown, more reasons to experience baseball, but more reasons to experience so much more. Before I introduce Peter, one of the things that struck me most, which I think every Louisvillian should take great pride in, is Diamond Baseball Holdings is the largest owner of minor league baseball teams across the country. They continue to purchase and run teams all across America. But they're looking for places to invest in more than just baseball. And we are fortunate here in Louisville because they chose to invest here. As one of the first, if not the first investment that Diamond Baseball Holdings is making in stadium-adjacent development, they chose Louisville. They see the positive momentum going on here. They see the opportunity. They understand our rich sports history, our rich cultural history, our rich artistic history, the rich history of our city. And they share the excitement that I and so many others share about our future. So Peter is the CEO of Diamond Baseball Holdings, and he has been a partner since the very beginning. He's been involved in the earliest stages of the conversation to share his vision for what Louisville means to their company and what this project has in store for us. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming to Louisville, in a big Louisville welcome for Peter Freund, CEO of Diamond Baseball Holdings. Peter?
Thanks, everybody. This truly is an exciting day for Louisville, but it is an exciting day for Diamond Baseball Holdings. It was a year ago that we bought the bats, and to stand here today with a proposed $250 million development that really will be transformational for the team, but for everyone in and around downtown Louisville, to see this proposed vision come to life next to us in renderings is really inspirational and incredibly exciting, and always been a huge part of our thesis at DBH. For those who don't know a very brief history of Diamond Baseball, myself, Peter Freund, and my partner, Pat Battle, founded the company almost 4 years ago. And we set out to elevate minor league baseball across the country. From the fan experience to the player experience, that was our core vision, but it was to also create centers of energy around the ballparks that we operate in. And no project personifies that center of energy more than what we are about to talk about. Today, DBH owns 36 minor league teams across the United States. 12 of those are AAA teams, including the Bats, and we continue to grow. As we celebrate the game of baseball, again, there's no team with a richer history of the game. The Bats and professional baseball traces itself back to 1882 here with the Colonels. So this is a very, very special place to start our initial project. And, the mayor mentioned that this is our first. We've had many successful public-private partnerships throughout the country on actual stadiums, but stadium-adjacent projects, as the mayor mentioned, is really what this is about and why we're here today. So the mayor also mentioned it's the 25th season. We just celebrated here of opening this amazing ballpark. Almost 400,000 fans came through the stadium here last year, and that's not just for Bats games. We had the Savannah Bananas here, the Thunder over Louisville, Halloween trick-or-treating. This stadium is more than just baseball. And if you think about a development around this stadium and the number of people that it'll bring to this stadium, it'll just help activate this asset even more than it's activated today. So we can't be more excited about this. So we believe that this proposed development will create this vibrant 365-day-a-year hub around Slugger Field. But just as important to that, it speaks to our commitment to this community. When we buy these clubs, it's not just about buying them and operating the food and beverage. It's about becoming a pillar in the community, investing in the community. We're in this for the long haul. We're in this for the long term. And this truly is a commitment to this community. And I think it all starts with the mayor. When we met, it was clear that his vision and leadership of Louisville first was something that just caught us. I will honestly say that we have a lot of cities vying for the types of money that we're proposing to put in here. And if it wasn't for the mayor and his staff and their enthusiasm, we wouldn't be doing this. It was really from day one a true partnership, and we feel very lucky to have you at the helm. So I also want to thank Rebecca Flyshaker here from the Department of the Downtown Partnership. Again, tremendous support from Rebecca. She'll be speaking briefly in a moment. And then just our staff here, Greg, Michelle, and everybody at the Louisville Bats who keep this place going and make it so special. We're very lucky to have them. The Machete Group, who we are in lockstep with, David Carlock and his group, who have tremendous experience in developing projects like this. We're very lucky to have them as a partner. And Henry Shepard from Diamond Baseball, who has been, again, on this from day one. He runs our mergers and acquisitions. He made sure that Louisville Bats was our top priority, made that deal happen, has been spearheading this from day one. It's his favorite city in America, and we're lucky to have Henry spearheading this as well. So it's a big day for us. As the mayor said, there's work to be done, but we can't wait to kick this off. And I thank you all for your time.
Thank you so much, Peter. You can now understand a little bit more about why I and my entire administration are so excited for this, to understand the impact this is going to have on surrounding neighborhoods, on the entire city and state as well. So to talk a little bit more about how this new investment, this new community, this new opportunity will help reverberate across downtown and then further out into the city and state, I'd like to welcome Rebecca Fleischaker, who's the director of the Downtown Development Partnership. Rebecca?
Thanks, Mayor. I know there's a lot of caveats and a lot of work to be done before this project is official, but I am super thrilled as a lover of baseball and as a lover of downtown development, what this district will mean and the transformation it will mean for this area. It's been great getting to know the partners of both groups as they've entered the Louisville market and embraced Louisville Slugger Field, and just knowing the caliber of the work they do in other cities, I'm excited to see this come here. As the mayor mentioned, there are a ton of projects underway, and there's just a burgeoning sense of momentum that simply will be game-changing for downtown, and this will be the cream of the crop. This district will be a very significant investment in the continued transformation of our downtown core. It will add much-needed residential development so that we have more choices for people to live in downtown, putting more pedestrian activity on the sidewalks. It will have entertainment and hospitality options, making this area a new destination and creating fun options for people to come do fun, authentic things in downtown. And it will add density to the area. Density is not a bad word. And will hopefully increase talent attraction. It will for sure increase vibrancy and also improve the perception of safety in downtown. That's why our downtown strategy calls for redeveloping surface parking lots, so important to get that density and that development to the sidewalk, creating new residential opportunities, activating downtown, enhancing the public realm, all things that this project will hopefully do, maybe. Will. Nobody else has made a bad pun today, and there are so many to be made, but I want to say this potential new district hits it out of the park. Right. They're swinging for the fences. This could be a home run. I know that there is much work yet to do, but thank you so much to Diamond Baseball Holdings and to Machete Group for your belief in and your commitment to downtown. We are very excited. Thanks.
Thanks, Rebecca. This is going to be, as Rebecca started to allude to, this is going to be so important to the future of downtown Louisville as a gateway to Waterfront Park, which is continuing its growth, its continued improvement, right across the street with Angels Envy, and just so many other things that are working on becoming reality right now. This project is at the leading edge of what is going to be a transformational coming years for downtown Louisville, for all of our entire city. So we are so excited about that, Peter. Thank you. Thank Henry. Thank everyone at Diamond Baseball Holdings for investing in our city, for choosing our city, for creating opportunity for residents here of Louisville. We're so excited to continue to work on this, to get everything in place, to make it a reality, and to soon start construction of what is going to be a wonderful addition to our city. So thank you all very much. We're excited to start the week off with such amazing news. And with that, we're happy to take any questions about this project. And please understand, as we're talking, it is still preliminary for all the reasons that we just described, but happy to take some questions. Dave.
What kind of incentives do you need, and what percentage of that dollar figure you put out is going to have to be public money?
So we're not to the point of specific dollars yet, but some of the things that we're talking about are parking. We're removing a surface parking lot right now that the city owns. And so we're in discussions about probably 2 parking lots, parking garages that are built as part of this, one that would support residential, one that would support the baseball stadium and the other commercial uses for the property, and what role the Parking Authority of River City and the city can play with that. There's also some infrastructure needs that are needed around the stadium. There are improvements that are needed to the stadium. And there's right now, this parking lot is not creating any tax revenue for the city or the state, any material tax revenue for the city or state. It's a city-owned surface parking lot. And so there's the opportunity for some TIF incentives as well from the city and possibly the state that we're in conversations with the state, Governor Beshear and his administration, Secretary Knoll and the Cabinet for Economic Development, as well as the city, of course, as well. Mark?
How many people could be living in these buildings?
I don't know if we're getting.
Yeah, I don't know if you have that extra.
Okay. Yeah, approximately 225 units. There'll be a hotel of over 170 keys, approximately 170 room hotel. And then there's still on sort of the Main Street side where there's going to be some commercial space. The team is still figuring out exactly. That's one of the things that they want to hear from people in Louisville. What are people in Louisville looking for that commercial space? Is it all restaurant? Is it retail? Is it some unique office space, more office space in here in downtown Louisville? There's some flexibility still built into the program for some of the space that they're looking at right now.
When did this conversation start and how did it start?
I think it started just over a year plus ago before Diamond Baseball bought the team, before Diamond Baseball Holdings bought the team. They reached out to my administration and me because the city is the landlord here. The city owns this stadium. This stadium that we're in here today, this great historic stadium, is a public asset. And so they reached out to talk about their vision for the team. And then I think it was on that very first conversation where we started talking about opportunities beyond just playing baseball in this stadium. And as you heard Peter mention, in just the first year of Diamond Baseball Holdings owning it, there's been so much more than baseball here. And I know that is just going to continue to grow in the years ahead.
What are we looking at more timeline-wise? I know this is very, very early, but we're talking shovels in the ground to completion. What would that window be?
Yeah, so again, the first presentation, the approval process starts this Thursday. My guess is that we are, I was going to say a year also. My guess is that we are a year away from shovels in the ground to get all the approvals, to finalize the construction documents, to finalize the incentives, bring all of that together. We're probably a year away. But let me say one thing. I come from having some real estate experience, being in the hotel industry, from building some projects in the past in urban environments. And there are a lot of people out there that talk a great game. There are a lot of folks that you run across with some of the most beautiful renderings you will ever see, with great plans, with great vision, with great intention. And then there are also people that have all those characteristics and the ability to get it done. Our friends at Diamond Baseball Holdings have the ability to get it done. If the state and city are able to put forth the incentives, if their project is able to get approved under the guidelines that exist right now, they will get it done. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited about this announcement today.
You're going to have public meetings, you want feedback from those in the area. Could that change a lot, or is that the renderings that is set? Could it be,
You guys talk about
a couple higher buildings, but less footprint, or how would
Is that feedback?
Yeah.
if they suggest what they want and don't want?
Yeah, of course. Look, this is a process that we're just beginning. So obviously these renderings are helpful, but they are by no means set. So we want to be flexible. We want to hear what people want. We want to have something that is desirable and that actually does create the centers of energy that I've been talking about, and the mayor's been talking about. And so anyway, yeah, of course.
Yes.
In regards to the future of downtown, of course, we talk about it. Some people may think about how a big company like Humana is still vacating their iconic tower down here, and we have this new development here on this side of downtown. Is the future of downtown tourism and entertainment?
All of the above. The future of downtown Louisville is a vibrant neighborhood where people are living, where people are coming to work every day, where people are coming to visit for all different reasons, locals and out-of-towners alike, that are coming to the safest, the cleanest, the greenest, the most vibrant, the most energetic neighborhood of the entire city. That's what we want downtown Louisville to be. And that's what Rebecca and her team, my administration, and me, and partners like Diamond Baseball Holdings are working towards. It should be all of the above. And the projects that we're working on in downtown Louisville right now, the $100 million that the General Assembly committed to downtown downtown Louisville. Those investments are creating that neighborhood for the people of Louisville to enjoy, to work in, to live in. So it's all of the above.
Thank you all.
Thank you all very much. Have a great day.
All right, as you heard the mayor give that announcement about how the area is going to be developed, Wave News reporter David Mattingly is following this story for us today. He's going to have much more coming up tonight at 5 and 6. I hope you have a great day.